Hey guys, today we are creating this easy, affordable prom makeup look. So if you like this look, then please keep watching. I also come out with new beauty content every week, so be sure to like and subscribe so that I can see you guys again. And let's jump into this video. First things first, we're going to fill in the brows. Today I'm using the ColourPop brow pencil. This is in the shade Bangin' Brunette. I don't have the little cap that used to go on the end here, but it's just a little twist up brow pencil. Brow pencils are really easy and you'll be able to fill in your brows pretty quickly before you go to prom. So I'm just going to start like I normally do, down below, and start bringing it upwards. You're really just mimicking your natural brow hairs. And the little brush is going to smooth everything out. Obviously, filling in your brows is optional. It's not something you have to do, but I'm just including it in this tutorial. For priming the eyes, I'm using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. Now we are going to be using a cream shadow as well, but since we are using a powder in the crease, I wanted to make sure to just prime and prep the eyes. Plus you're going to be dancing and having a good time, so you want to just add another extra step to make sure that your eyeshadow goes on smoothly and stays on a little longer. So the first thing I'm going to do is jump into this Kokie eyeshadow palette. I had picked up a few items from the brand Kokie in one of my drugstore hauls. It's the 583 Master Essentials eyeshadow palette. I'm going to quickly dust this shadow right here, just in the area of my crease and my brow bone, since I don't want to put that on my lid because that's where the cream shadow is going. Now we're going to go into the crease first, and I'm grabbing this plummy shade right here. You can use whatever crease brush you have, you don't have to use this one. I wanted to do something that would work for a lot of different dresses. I know this look isn't going to work for every single dress color, but I thought it was pretty subtle and had some nice mauve-y, some rose gold hints to it. I think it's been about 6 years since I went to prom. Oh my goodness. I guess that's not that long. I mean, kind of, but the shimmer shades you definitely have to wet to get any type of like real color, at least with the lighter colors. But they're matte shades. Oh my goodness, they're really nice and smooth. So I'm thinking about maybe seeing if I can find one that's just mattes. And just blend out the edges a small amount, because we are going to blend it again when we add the highlight shade to the brow. So just a small amount. We're going to keep adjusting as we go, but I didn't want to use a ton of products. My goal with this was to do something a bit more affordable and easy to do. So then we're going in with this e.l.f. product right here, another item I picked up in my drugstore haul, and it is the Molten Liquid Eyeshadow in Rose Gold. So it comes with a nice little wand like this. I'm just going to slide that across my lid. How pretty is that, huh? And we're going to smooth out the edges as well. I suggest keeping your eye closed and then just taking a brush and smudging out where you want to smudge out. So once we have that down, we're going to go in and take this shade right here, which has a little bit of shimmer in it, and we're going to put that on top. We're not going to wet it, since we're just popping it over the metallic. This is going to tone down the eyeshadow a bit. It's going to make it a little less metallic looking, but adding on the powder on top of the cream shadow is going to make it last longer. And I'm going to go back into that crease shade and just pop on some more. I wish I knew how to do makeup when I was in high school. I really didn't wear makeup at all. I had someone do my makeup for me when I went to prom, and looking back on it, I didn't really like it. When you don't know much about makeup, it can be really hard to describe to someone else what you're looking for. So I think that was more of my issue, not that she wasn't good at doing makeup, because she was. It was just I wasn't really sure on how to describe what I wanted. After adding a bit more to the crease and on the lid, we're going to mix these two shades right here. This kind of coppery color and this plum one that we put in the crease. I'm going to use a pointed brush and I'm going to sweep some in the outer corner. Now this is just going to add some more depth to your eye look, so it's not so flat. And the coppery color just kind of adds back to that rose gold cream shadow. I'm going to blend the outer corner a smidge. Right here. We're going to take this little fluffy brush from BH and go back into the shadow that we put all over the lid. And we're just going to dust that under the brow. And blend. So now we're going to take a step back away from the eyes. We'll come back to them later, and we're going to do our face. So for primer today, I'm going to be using the Hard Candy Color Correcting Primer. What primer you pick is going to depend on how your skin is. I'm suffering from a tiny amount of redness, so I wanted to give this a go. This was another item I had picked up from the drugstore, so I'm currently trying it out. Big advice though, when you are doing prom makeup, make sure to try it out a few times before and make sure that any products that you're using aren't going to irritate or make your skin break out. So this is the Hard Candy Color Correct Radiant Primer. It comes out yellow. I'm just going to focus this in the areas where I am suffering for some redness. The stuff does dry pretty quickly. For foundation, I'm using the Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge and blend some of that out because it is pretty thick. Make sure your face is moisturized before you do any of this stuff. Stay back. There we go. Obviously, I wouldn't wear my hair like this to prom, but there we go. To make sure I'm not looking tired, I'm going in with Wet n Wild Color Correcting Cushion. This is the peach one for under the eyes. This is going to help brighten dark circles. I know in my video reviewing these, I said I didn't like this one very much, but for being cost effective, it does brighten up pretty well. The sponge I used earlier and the sponge I'm using now are from Walmart. And this is also damp. I'm not in love with these. I feel like they don't do a great job, just as an update, but I'm gonna use them anyway. They do the job, but they're not as good as like a beauty blender. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair. This is going to further cover the under eye area. My nose is still red as usual, so I'm gonna add some more concealer. Again, all of this stuff is optional. Very gentle tapping motions. I'm going to set my face and under eyes with this powder right here. It is the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals and I got the shade Light. It does come with a little powder puff, but I'm just going to use my Real Techniques brush. I'm not going to use a ton of this powder because that foundation is mattifying. So it is a bit more drying, so we don't want to put a ton of powder on our face. But if you don't put some powder under your eyes, when you put concealer underneath, it can be more prone to crease. So I'm just going to sweep some underneath to prevent any creasing. If you're in high school, you probably don't have really any under eye lines anyway, so you may not have to do this. And then I'm going to take what's left on the little powder puff and just gently tap it over my face. This one does have a little color to it, so it's not a fully translucent powder. So keep that in mind when you're picking out which one you want to use. And you can wear this alone too, you don't have to wear a foundation underneath. Now that we're done with our concealer and our foundation, we're just going to set our eyebrows with the Eylure Brow Control and Shape Gel. Usually I do this earlier, but since I was using a brush to apply my foundation, which I don't usually do, it's a little messier with my brows when I use a brush. So I'll have to touch them up a bit, and I didn't want to have to add more gel on top of already dried gel. Let's jump back into the eyes, and we're going to use the Rimmel Scandaleyes in Nude to line our waterline. And what this is going to do is just make you look like your eyes are bigger and not closed, because when you put black liner in your waterline, it's really making your eyes look smaller than they are, which isn't a bad thing. It just depends on what look you're doing. Now we're going to jump back into the eyeshadow palette. First shade we're going to grab is that plum shade with this angled brush, and just sweep that in the outer corner. We want to connect our upper eyeshadow to our lower eyeshadow. I'm going to bring that into just about right here. Then I'm going to take the same brush and grab a tiny bit of that coppery shadow and just do that right here. So then with the flat brush, we're going to take this shade right here and we're going to dampen it so it's got a bit more of a shine to it. Trying to take the cream shadow under there would be a bit messy, so I just wanted to stick with the regular shadows for that. I'm taking my Milani Make It Last setting spray to dampen that. It's not going to be as metallic, but it still looks pretty good. So now our eyes are pretty much done, which is exciting, and we're going to just finish up the rest of the face. To bronze and warm up the complexion, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Bronzing up, we want to take a 3 motion on the face. So you want to bronze in this kind of motion. We're going to do here, down through here, and through here. If thinking of it as an E is more helpful, it's the shape of an E or a shape of a 3. Depends on which side of your face you're doing. You might need a deeper bronzer if you have a deeper complexion. I'm just going to pop some on my nose as well. I grabbed the Maybelline Master Blush Color and Highlight Kit, and we're going to use that for blush today. I'm going to use this peachy colored one right here on an angled brush. I like to put it on the apple of my cheek and then blend it back. And I'm wondering, maybe we should use the highlight in here. Let's try it. I was going to use a different one, but we'll try this one. Ooh, it's a pretty highlight. That's the one that comes in this palette. And it actually goes pretty well with this look. Ooh. What do you guys think of that? Pretty, pretty, pretty. I like this highlight. It's very pretty. I'm going to take this little fluffy brush that I used before and pop that right over brow highlight to add a pinkier glow to this. Ooh. Let's go ahead and add some to the inner corners as well. Yep. Alright guys, we're almost done with this prom makeup look. I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. You could wear false lashes to prom, they are really popular, but if you haven't worn them before, definitely give them a try. I'm not wearing false lashes for this. I'm just going to use my CoverGirl So Lashy mascara because that's a lot easier. I also kept eyeliner entirely out of this look because I know a lot of people struggle with eyeliner as well and wanted to keep this as simple as I could. Now that we've got some mascara on, let's throw on a lip color and we'll be almost ready to go. I'm going to apply one of ColourPop's Lippie Sticks in Cami. This is their Matte X formula, so it's going to be more long lasting on your lips than a creamy lipstick would. I would say you still need to keep your lipstick with you because you probably will have to reapply it. So, I didn't set my makeup. That is super important for you to do. You definitely want to set your makeup. Usually I do it before I put mascara on so that it doesn't get on my face. So I'm going to let my mascara dry a little bit and then I'm going to apply some setting spray. Alright guys, this is the final look. I hope you like it. I hope it comes off as pretty easy. I wanted to do something that incorporated rose gold because that is very popular right now, but also create something that can go with a lot of different dresses, a lot of different looks, a lot of different skin tones, all kinds of stuff was going through my brain while I was trying to come up with this makeup look. This was one of my prom pictures I thought I'd show you guys. So I wore a black dress with lots of sequins and I had my hair up. Yes, I did have pink in my hair if you saw that. If you do end up recreating a look similar to this, please send it to me. I want to see it. If you post it on Instagram, you can tag me and let me know that I inspired your prom makeup look or date night makeup look. That'd be super cool. Anyway, before I go on and on even more, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed so that I can see you again soon. And those of you that are already subscribed, thank you so much. You're awesome. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.